Figuring out which Pokémon is worth powering up in Pokémon Go sounds easy enough, but for those who want the truly perfect Pokémon, you'll need to take into account hidden stats known as individual values. These hidden stats affect how strong your Pokémon is in gym battles beyond the Pokémon's CP rating and includes the following: attack, defense, and stamina. Stamina affects HP, which you can already see, but the attack and defense are actually hidden and were discovered from data mining by the Sylph Road website. Each Pokémon species has different base stats. For example, Chansey are known to have incredibly high stamina, Flareon have high attack, and Golem have high defense. Beyond that, each individual Pokémon has its own set of hidden values that affect its potential for attack, defense, and stamina. These are the individual values and apparently range from 0 to 15. So if you really want to make sure that your Pokémon will be better than your friends, even if they're the same CP, you can try to determine what your Pokémon's IVs are by using a calculator that the community has made, which takes into consideration your Pokémon's current CP, HP, and how much Stardust it takes to power them up. The only issue is that because both attack and defense are hidden, you will often end up with multiple combinations of IVs that can make up a Pokémon's CP. You can further narrow this down by powering up your Pokémon and entering the new values. Using calculators from sites like the Sylph Road, Poké Assistant, and Game Info, you can plug in a Pokémon like this Charmeleon and see what its possible stats would be if you were to evolve it into a Charizard and power up to its maximum. The results will list how bad that Pokémon could possibly be versus the best stats it could possibly have, and then your best and worst stats your individual Pokémon could have. Since the variation is pretty big, you can power up your Pokémon once and enter the updated CP and HP to refine your results, giving us the following data. According to the new info, our Charmeleon wouldn't make a good Charizard compared to others, so perhaps it's best we save the rest of our Stardust for a different one. It's important to note that the stats only really differ by around 10%, so if you don't want to deal with the hassle of calculating individual values, you don't have to, as it only really comes into play in gym battles, and those are much less intensive than, say, a traditional Pokemon game's battle system. For links to calculators and more info on IVs and other tips, check out our Pokemon Go wiki guide, and for everything else, stick around at IGN.